Hey Stockhouse, it's Bruce Campbell. It is April the 8th and time for another edition of Markets in Motion. Wow, we really live in a different time right now. This is what it looked like to trade before. You looked at fundamentals, you look at technicals, and now it comes down to Twitter and Donald Trump. And I'll talk about this in a split second here because there's some breaking news that is certainly moving markets. Looking at the this chart here is looking at the 2-year versus the Fed funds rate, and so you can see here this is the Fed funds rate. This is the two-year down here in the blue, and you can see that the market's not really anticipating much of a cut, if anything at all. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with inflation. But right now, I would say that any cuts are on hold for right now. Wanted to show this chart. Lots of interest in energy, materials, and this is just looking at a long-term chart, a monthly chart of the TSX versus the S&P. You can see this 40-month moving average. You can see that we've broke above it just last year. And then if you look at some of the momentum indicators, the POMO and the MACD, they're both really accelerating here. And so it looks like we've seen this period where the US outperformed Canada, and it looks like now we could be in that the opposite situation. Now I talked about Twitter and how we have to watch the news so carefully right now. I'm actually doing this on the 7th. It's about 7 o'clock Eastern time, and we've just got the news out that there's going to be a ceasefire for the next 2 weeks. And you can see the dramatic move that oil's made here, down 12% on right now. Could be even more dramatic tomorrow, or maybe it's not. And then you can see gold's up over 2.5%, and silver's up 5%. So those were both really under pressure, and now they're accelerating at the same time as gold, or sorry, at the same time that oil is actually pulling back. Not too surprising that the oil stocks could probably have a more rough day tomorrow, which would be the 8th. Just basically looking at this chart here, this is looking at a relative strength index. Anytime it gets over 70, certainly is overdone to the upside. This is looking at it on a monthly basis, and it's over 70. So don't be surprised if we see a rather rough day in energy. But the thing that we do know is that this was breaking out long before we saw anything happen with Iran. We had a lot of questions about what we look at and how we identify opportunities. So this is a company that we own in our portfolio, Abaxx Technologies. You can see here that on the intermediate term, it just went positive a couple weeks ago, and you can see what that means for the stock. It's really rocketing up. At the same time, we like to use these relative rotation graph tools, and it was in the leading quadrant. It rotated down, did that consolidation, and now is turning up and heading back into the leading quadrant. I'm not saying this is a stock that you should be running out and buying, but this is just an example of some of the things that we look at. This ranks well in our fundamental ranks, and then when we look at these two pieces, it gives us check marks that we feel confident that this is the next leg up in this stock over the next few years. That's it for this week. Have a great week, everyone, and take care.